What Friday afternoon entertainment we've had, John.
Credit to both boys. I mean, what an absolutely wonderful semi-final. The standard they produced, the pots under pressure. I mean, we're going to show you one from Kyron Millsdale in the second last red. I mean, I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, well, you know, what are you going to do with this? You could kick it up the backside and knock it off the cushion, and he's taken the brave decision to knock it in. And then, of course, he takes the black and goes round, lays the snooker, and ultimately he wins the frame. But what a shot that was on the second last red.
Pressure shot.
Yeah, it was, yeah. And then playing the black, we were discussing whether it was the right shot to pot the black rather than... You could have put a ball safe with 20 points in front because he was no guarantee to get position on the red. And if he hadn't have got position on the red, then maybe the balls were all live. But as it turned out, he potted the black, he flicked the brown, as we remembered, and then all of a sudden played the snooker on Anthony McGill, got the mistake. But... well played to both players for producing an astonishing standard of snooker. It has to be said, once again, in an empty room, it's tough to get their adrenaline pumping, but they're absolutely fired up. Congratulations to both of them. Good luck to both of them in the last frame. You just want it to be a fair fight.
And all you ever want in a final frame, and I say it numerous times, you just want one chance. That's all you want. You want a chance to come your way. If you blow it, that's fine, but let's have a chance in the final frame.
But as you say, John, for Kyron Wilson to be in that position, because he's been under the cosh in this session of snooker, to have the bravery to take that shot on, I suppose in many ways he's thinking, I'm here now, I've got to go for this.
Yeah, but knocking it in is another thing.
Yeah.
I mean, just, you know, standing back there and lining up for the shot is one thing, but to actually knock it in when it means so much was brilliant. And I have to say that if this goes, well, it's in the final frame, but if it goes to the pink and black that Alan McManus said, he is currently online setting up a business selling crystal balls.
It's worth us repeating in case we have some viewers who've just got in and just joining us. Alan McManus predicted, pre-match, it would come down to the pink and black in the final frame.
Well, I mean, the nerves jangle in the final frame. Not so many frames are played to that end. Usually, like frames are won in one visit, but in the play for a place in the final, you can understand how it could happen.
And your first final.
Yeah, I know. It's been a fantastic match. I mean, and I think the key to it is they've both absolutely loved being out there playing in the last session of the semi-final. Not every player enjoys the thrill of it. They fed off each other. They've responded. One's punched the other, and the other guys just come back for more punishment. It doesn't always happen that two players play this great at the same time, and it's beautiful when it happens.
And they're out there now, and they've just gone. And they'll be looking at each other, and they'll be looking at themselves in the mirror, and they'll be saying, come on, just one chance. You just make what you can out of this. They'll be geeing themselves up for it, and that's all they'll be looking for, that one chance to try and get in that final.
You've got to get the balance right. You know, you don't want to over push it when it comes to that chance, but maybe you feel as if you're playing well, maybe you can take a risk, maybe you can play a sort of 60-40 against shot, but you don't want to be too much in your shell as well, so you just got to hope for a nice opportunity.
In the head-to-heads, John, Anthony McGill has 4 to Kyron Wilson's 1.
Doesn't mean a thing.
Doesn't mean a thing. Well done, both players. This has been an absolute delight to witness. Sit back, relax and enjoy it with Dave and Stephen.
It has come to this. A first place in a crucible final, down to one frame, down maybe to one mistake, one chance taken. It is the stuff of dreams and the stuff of nightmares. It does not get any better than this.
I suppose this is when you do miss the atmosphere of the packed crucible and occasions like this. The atmosphere would have been absolutely electric in there.
And Steve Davis mentioned earlier, of course, friends and family normally be here, dreaming of being here maybe at the weekend, but having to sit and watch from behind the sofa. And our thoughts are with you all.
This looks a bit pacey. So first, half chance. Red to right corner, you can stun across, leave the pink to the same pocket. If he wants to play it that way, he could screw the cue ball back up past the blue towards the bulkhead. If he wants to play with an element of safety, it's just how aggressive you want to be here. The stun over for the pink to the same pocket, you shouldn't really leave anything except the red that you're playing, should you miss it. Oh, beautiful shot.
One.
Just stroked it in, didn't overhit it. Beautiful pot. It's horrible when you're in Kyron Wilson's position. When you're a decider, every time your opponent pots the ball, you think, oh no, that's it. It's all over. You expect him to clear up all the time. Two reds just below the pink, both available. Saying that, the pink gets respotted. It's just one of them. Another red actually, and then that little group of four to the left of the main bunch goes.
I remember you sitting and watching in a decider in a final, thinking you weren't going to get another chance, and then it came. Can't imagine the emotions.
7.
The start of this frame, the break-off didn't block the black up, and that has now paved the way for Anthony McGill. This is a decent chance. He's just a little shake of the head there. Has he finished straight on this black? Yeah, he has. He'll be disappointed in that. You can see if he screws back directly, the cue ball's going near that red on the right. The cushion right next to his hand.
$15.
This was 2 or 3 frames ago. You'd expect him to win the frame at this visit.
60.
Love the shot. You could see him lining it up before he played it.
23.
Screw back, just chip one of the reds away to leave the other one. Only problem is you're slightly wrong angle on this red.
24.
He's striking everything very crisply. And considering the pressure that's on here, it's admirable.
Judged to perfection. Still well
31.
short of the target. take as long as you want.
$32.
The red directly above the black. Obviously doesn't go because Anthony would have played a little cannon. Is he on anything? Wow, the body language would
39.
suggest otherwise. Well, that's unlucky. He's been absolutely cursed there. How can you not land in a red? That's unbelievable. He would have thought when he first struck that black, the black goes in where the cue ball was doing, that's it, this is a match here.
That's the agony right there. Just another roll of that cue ball to the right, and he's on the red to left middle. He still can't believe it. He has the added problem of the red being over left middle. Little exhalation there.
The red that he's looking at now, I don't know whether he can play it that to right middle and leave the cue ball somewhere near the left corner pocket. Certainly wouldn't leave the red over the left middle pocket.
Anthony McGill, 39.
Well, the red that he's just missed, it was a decent effort. If it went in, ironically, it wouldn't have been on the black, but I think this cuts to the right middle.
And the balls are invitingly placed.
One.
Wow. That's not how he intended it. Once again, that fabled ability with the rest comes into play.
Yeah, if you ever want to rely on it, there's no bigger moment. That's brilliant. That is a brilliant shot. You see the situation, that was the match. Probably lost if he doesn't pot this. Great courage, great bottle.
5.
I'm just about to say, can he keep that cue ball on a tight leash, as it were? It's already... Nothing's easy at this stage. Keep it as straightforward as possible.
Will he get another chance? Well, John Parrott said, all you want in these deciders is the knowledge that you had a chance. And they both had one.
Tall order, you would think, to win the match at this visit. I mean, tall order, even if all the reds win the Open with the pressure that's on, but certainly 2 awkward reds.
$19. Yeah. 20.
Good idea. The cue ball cleaned. Any kicks or anything ruining your positional play, or even forcing you to miss the pot. All the thousands of clearances you've made in practice all come down to this situation. This is what it all builds up for.
27.
This is what you try and recreate in your mind when you're practicing moments like this.
28.
Normally this shot, most players would play off 2 cushions, the 2 reds to the same pocket, but with that red on the right hand side cushion, just makes it a little bit tricky. That's why he's just used 1 cushion, and that's what sometimes can happen. The white can just travel a wee bit further than you want.
35.
Believe it or not, these reds now are missable from under the cushion.
$36.
Cueing well though, and moving ever closer.
Now his thoughts will,
40
just in the back of his mind, he'll be thinking about how am I going to get on these 2 awkward reds. And he's coming around to look at the bolt colours. And look at the green or brown, either of which you could use to cushion first and nudge that little red off the cushion. Thinking a few shots ahead at the moment, but concentrate on the shot you're playing. Well, he's chosen now
44.
as the time to do it, and he's perfect on the green, to be honest.
How many times have we seen this scenario played out? McGill can only watch as Wilson tries to do it at this visit. And he's judged it perfectly.
Yeah, is it going to come down to the red down the cushion
47.
with the rest? Another rest shot that he's so good with.
Oh, what a moment.
Kyron Wilson.
What a
47.
moment.
Wow. It just shows you that you miss anything. He can't believe it. He's in shock.
One.
Oh, fantastic shot. Well, if Anthony McGill wins this match from here, Kyron Wilson's going to remember that red in the middle for a very, very long time. Right, the cannon to perfection as well to move it from the cushion. Not nice on this red. It was straight on the pink.
7.
He obviously needs an angle in the next colour to get as close to the other red as possible. The last awkward red.
His nerve is holding up.
8.
That's not the position he was looking for on the blue. He made sure the pot there. Normally you flick a wee bit side on to make sure you go right side of the blue, but Anthony just made sure the pot. He's now lining up to see what the best safety shot he can play after this blue. So there's mileage in this decider yet.
Briefly there, they were 16 all, 47 all.
13.
Oh, and he's got a kiss on the pink.
Anthony McGill. 13.
It's just, my first thought was as Kyron Wilson got the chance of a cross double, sending the cue ball up and down the table, but I don't think the angle is there. Is it there? No, safety shot. But it's not a good one. This is the kind of time, do you back yourself to get these pots? Or do you try and play a good safety shot and hope you get a better chance? Trouble is, you refuse this pot now, you miss it, you play a bad safety shot I should say, and then lose the frame and you think, oh, I wish I'd gone for that red. You don't have any regrets after a decider.
Anthony McGill's seize the day moment. And he comes nowhere near seizing it. And where's the red going to end up? McGill needs some luck here.
I can tell you, when that red was running wild, he thought it was going to land over that left corner pocket. Good chance though for Kyron Wilson now to play a really good shot. Try and get that cue ball in behind the black. Send the red up the table. Again, it's how brave do you want to be? Just choose to just put the red up somewhere behind the yellow. Leave the cue ball in the cushion.
He's searching out a place behind the yellow. Judged that perfectly, Kyron Wilson.
I think Anthony McGill's just got to play this dead weight. He can't afford to play at pace, miss the red and leave free balls on. And the only trouble is you play it slow and then you're banging trouble the next shot because it leaves your opponent an easy safety shot. So definitely advantage Wilson at the moment.
But he risks playing it at pace.
Foul. Kyron Wilson 4.
The cue ball is in.
Well, Anthony McGill has stayed down that end of the table.
No free ball. No free ball.
I presume that was the reason. Played a good shot here, Anthony McGill. He had to stun the cue ball off the cushion to square the angle up. That wasn't a natural angle to hit the red. No free ball given after the referee had a good look and Kyron just said he sure you don't want to change your mind. It's one of those situations where the safety shot is not that difficult, but you daren't put your opponent in. He plays a good safety shot. Cushion first, right hand side. Try to send the red up behind the yellow again. Good shot.
Thank you.
It's gut-wrenching tension. I'm sure all of you at home are feeling it now. For a place in the match of their dreams, it has come down to this.
What Anthony McGill wouldn't give to hit this red full ball, send it up the table and leave the cue ball in bulk and relay a snooker. Needs a full ball contact on the red, whether it's cushion first or red first, because half ball I think would leave a pot on. That's why he's given it plenty of thought.
Needs a little bit of luck.
Foul. And a miss.
That enough.
Kyron Wilson 4.
Might have been, okay, he's going to be in trouble again, but I think if it doesn't go in off, it's a free ball, probably. a decision to put the cue ball back. The only slight doubt about putting it back is your opponent's got the line now. Does he play a really good shot? And Anthony will get in behind that red and send the red up the table. As I said, leave the cue ball there.
I think the plan there was to just flick it, wasn't it? But he might change that plan. Needs some help from the yellow and doesn't get it.
Well, this may look like on the screen like, oh, he's just going to pop the red in the middle, but these middles, there's very little of the pocket sticking out from that angle. It wouldn't surprise me if he played the red to this corner pocket. What a shot. Nowhere near. I think I'd have had to go middle pocket there, I think, with that shot.
But he missed it by so much, he didn't leave it. Now it's McGill's turn to think of safety.
He's playing red onto the black. He obviously doesn't want to put the black in the right corner. That's the only danger here. Pretty close. Is there a gap between pink and blue? That black goes in the pocket, and then you see it was a free ball. Risky shot from Anthony McGill there.
Well, he knew he could safely play it there, and he's got it behind the yellow as well.
If he's played that behind the yellow, that's a brilliant shot. I don't know whether he was just making sure the red was safe and putting the cue ball on the left side cushion.
Well, there are so many traps that he needs to avoid here.
Yeah, obviously doesn't want to come down and miss the red, pot the black. That red over the corner pocket.
Foul. And a miss.
You can understand
Karen
him
Wilson.
being a bit tentative with this shot.
Thanks.
Could get a few points here, Karen Wilson.
Thank you.
Can't afford to give up too many points. Close.
Foul. And a miss. Karen Wilson 4.
Third chance to assess the angles.
Foul. And a miss. Karen Wilson 4.
can't afford to overcompensate too much. Even if he hits the red on the right-hand side of the red as we look, if he puts the black in, 7 points away. This looks better. Good shot.
Foul.
Oh,
And a miss. Karen
Wow.
Wilson 4.
well, I thought he would could give away a few points, but I didn't expect this many. This looks pretty close to the black.
It does. It does.
Foul. And a miss. Karen Wilson 4.
Karen Wilson didn't even look at the red to the left middle there. Maybe the yellow's covering the pocket.
Wow. It's
Wow.
the drama
Karen
to
Wilson.
end all drama. It's a nightmare for McGill.
Well, if Karen Wilson played the shot behind the yellow, what a shot it's turned out to be. This would be a sad way for such a brilliant match to end. If he went all the way to needing a snooker. Black's in this time.
Foul. And a miss. Karen Wilson 7. Back.
Is that one more miss, he needs a snooker?
Yeah.
Horrible way this would be. Listen, I don't want to watch. This is horrible.
He's got one chance to get it right.
Go on, hit the red. Wow.
Foul.
What a way.
Karen Wilson 4.
Okay, he's not lost yet, but that's just horrible, is all I can say.
He
Feel for
looks
Anthony McGill.
stunned, absolutely stunned. Those series of misses have just emptied him, I think. Just when you think you've seen it all. He's trying to play the same shot. Has he gone in off? He has!
Foul. Anthony McGill 4.
Did I say just when you thought you'd seen it all? There is still hope for
Well,
McGill.
That never happened. That never happened. This is unbelievable. I mean, can you imagine if there was a crowd, a full audience watching this? Is Anthony McGill destined to win this match after that? Not if he puts his red over the middle pocket.
Yeah, it needs the travel for him. The difference is 34. There are 35 points remaining. And in terms of that, the black is over the pocket.
Foul. And a miss.
Wow, this is just...
Anthony McGill 4.
if someone later on tonight, like if I hadn't seen this and was telling me what happened, I said, no, you just no way that's happened. I mean, 5 minutes ago, Karen Wilson must have been just over the moon thinking, I'm in the final. I've just got to be careful here, and I'm in the final. Now he's under pressure. And there you go. Those snooker gods, whoever they are. They're not down there. He can't believe it.
Oh, do you remember earlier in the championship when Wilson played trump, the frame that no one wanted to win? Well, this is a very different scenario.
If you're Karen Wilson, you lose this match now. How do you recover from this?
Nearly 20 minutes on this red. He got the contact, and he's got the luck as well.
I just can't believe what I'm watching here. Cannot believe what I'm watching. This is the most bizarre end to a World Championship match. Not even a semi-final, any match that I've ever seen.
Yeah, I've seen it, thank you.
Al McManus didn't predict this. I think you can see it, a very thin edge of the red, but does it send the cue ball in off in the green pocket? Wow, does Karen Wilson risk playing off the baulk cushion here to pot the red? That would be a way to win the match.
Well, he taps the table, and let's be clear, the way the balls are situated, well, you predict nothing, of course, given what's happened here, but it comes down to this red, surely.
It's not right over the pocket, so you think if he hits the red, it has to go in. But it's pretty close. This is match ball right here, with the black over the pocket.
Reaching out for a place in the final. Has he judged it? Has he judged it? It has stayed out.
That's why I said it was, because the red wasn't hanging over the pocket, it wasn't guaranteed to go in. But when you see it make contact, does it cut in? I mean, it looks on our screen like it does, but I'm sure Anthony would have been down playing it by now. He's looking at playing the same shot. This is just unbelievable. And we've still got Selby and O'Sullivan to come after this.
McGill's turn. His shot at glory. Has he judged it right? He hasn't.
Foul. And a miss. Karen Wilson, 4.
Now Karen Wilson's got a better angle now. Or is the corner, the far corner pocket, the jaw in the way, the natural angle? I mean, if you've got to play this with a flick of right hand side, this is horrible. With this pressure, it's so easy to put too much on. As long as he brings a cue ball down this end of the table. little trace of right-hand side. Too much.
Foul. And a miss. Anti McGill four.
There may be no fans here to witness it, but this is up there with the great matches here.
Looks good.
Oh, what a shot.
One.
I don't think I've ever seen a deciding frame. 94 points to 65.
Nearly 45 minutes, and still we don't have a winner.
Wow, it's a brave shot to play such deep screw. I mean, he brought the miscue into the equation there. I thought he would have played off, stun it off the cushion to go up. But lots of things can go wrong here. Can finish short, can snooker behind the pink.
10.
Can snooker behind the pink.
You couldn't make it up. Now he needs a bit of luck. And he's left
Anti
it.
McGill 10.
It's a difficult chance, but he's left it.
He only needs the green. Karen Wilson. To leave Anthony McGill needing a snooker. I know from experience that nothing is easy. So you better back yourself, trust your technique.
Mad. He just said, "You're not wrong, Karen."
Both these players have still got to play a final after this. Well, one of them, I should say, not both of them. Under the circumstances, a pretty good shot from Karen Wilson.
And a good one too from McGill.
Yeah, it's not about the cue ball. It's not about anything fancy now. Not about anything pretty. It's about getting that object ball safe. If you manage to get a good cue ball as well, that's a bonus.
It would be dramatic anywhere in a match. This is for a place, the World Championship final. That's what takes it off the scale dramatic.
Another good safety shot from Karen Wilson.
Given where we are, given what's at stake, we're getting into list of greatest frames of all time territory. Unimaginable tension. It's a handy kiss on the black, which he's also knocked towards the cushion, which may not serve him well. All your years in this sport, 7 times champion of the world, have you ever seen a frame like this?
No, never. Never mind deciding frame semi-final of the World Championship. I've never seen anything like this. I did well to find the gap between pink and blue. Times like this is a big advantage for Karen Wilson only needing 1 ball to leave his opponent needing a snooker, especially with the browns not in an ideal position. Needs cover with the blue. This is a pot, this is a chance.
Again, all he can do is watch and hope.
Slightly awkward cueing where the black is. And when you play these, you err on the side of missing them thin, hopefully, if you do miss it. At least you know the green's going to come over back to the middle of the table. You almost feel like the green has to be hanging over the pocket for someone to pot it at this stage. Karen Wilson's missed 1 golden chance on the green.
Again, he needs cover.
Very good shot. Very good shot. No problem hitting the green, keeping it safe. That's the problem. Never easy, especially when the object ball's in the middle of the table. Excellent hit. Excellent hit. I'd be delighted with that outcome, Karen Wilson. But the way the pink and blue are situated in the middle of the table is quite comfortable to play snookers. Not quite got him this time, but this is a horrible shot that Karen Wilson's faced with. It really is. The way this frame's going, you kind of think if it comes down to a black, and then where the black is, someone misses the black because it's in the cushion and leaves it hanging over the pocket. It wouldn't surprise me if that happened.
Where's that green going?
It's going safe. A magnificent shot.
It's not the shot that Anthony McGill intended. Wasn't the contact he intended. He's interested here. Where's this green heading?
Please tell me he's not fluked it. Please tell me he's not fluked it.
3.
He has. And he can't believe it. And nor can poor Anthony McGill.
That's horrible. That is. That's horrific.
And he looks emotional at the fact of what he's just done. He said sorry to Anthony McGill, and he's going to have to go and just regroup here. These are remarkable scenes. And
he's got to pull himself together. We've seen what's going on in this frame. The frame isn't over yet. Okay.
Karen Wilson.
Kiss the blue, and of course Anthony McGill will continue here. It's remarkable scenes of humanity really from Karen Wilson. Remember his emotion after he lost the Masters final. She admitted, was honest enough to admit that he still hadn't recovered from that. And genuine emotion mixed with the genuine drama.
And the way the balls are. Okay, there's a chance here, but possibly to push the blue past the pink, but they're not in a great position to get snookers. Yeah, that's all he could do.
Anthony McGill 4.
I don't think he's even given Wilson the room to get the cue ball in behind the blue, around the back of the blue.
You don't want to be the hard luck story.
Yeah, you don't want to be the wrong end of the most incredible frame ever seen at the Crucible. McGill's just got to try and keep the blue safe until he gets an opportunity to possibly put the blue onto the black to bring the black off the cushion. Oh, what an effort this is. Not got the snooker, but that was a great effort. Karen Wilson's job is to keep as much distance between cue ball and blue ball as possible.
Approaching the hour for this unforgettable decider. The longest frame of the tournament. And he's decided to pot the blue.
5.
Doesn't quite, as Mystic McManus said, come down to pink and black. Not quite in that way, but it may yet do.
Anthony McGill 5.
Just for a moment you wondered where the cue ball was going.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me if there's another twist. Karen Wilson shouldn't even be flirting with the pockets in the cue ball. Virtually no chance of McGill getting a snooker here. Karen Wilson's just got to keep that cue ball away from any pockets. Wow, that's a great shot. That is a great shot. And Karen Wilson has to move the black away from the cushion. You just got to not overthink these shots. Then you can get too on the defensive. Pretty good. I was about to say I wouldn't be risking playing shots slow the whole length of the table.
Well, it's a valiant effort, but he's knocked the black back to the cushion. If you are just joining us, it is, as the saying goes, great drama from the BBC. And Karen Wilson tries to end it here. And that pink
6.
takes him into the final.
Karen Wilson.
And they even shake hands. So remarkable were the circumstances. It was the frame to end all frames. And it's Karen Wilson who goes through to the final. Just remarkable and unforgettable.
Well, Kyron Wilson and Anthony McGill, all we can say is thank you for entertaining us and the nation, because John Parrott and Steve Davis, just when you think you've seen everything in sport, that happens.
I have never, in 44 years of playing this wonderful game, ever seen a frame of snooker like that. It is unbelievable what happened. The two of us have been up and down like Jack in the Box through the whole thing. Yo, you can't play that shot. When he went in off in the middle. I mean, there's so many talking points in it. I mean, I thought it was watching a basketball match. It was 90 plays 60 at one point, and the points as a record at the Crucible. What a final frame that was.
Incredible, Steve.
You couldn't have made it up. I mean, like, Kyron's very lucky boy to get through that in the end. He played a great snooker to put Anthony McGill in lots of trouble with the misses. And you're thinking, oh no, the game's not going to be lost in the misses. Then the ball over the middle parquet was just stupid, you know. But they had their chances, both of them. The fluke was massive. He overhit the shot. So he was risking leaving everything on, but incredible. And he was nearly crying.
Look at the reaction as well.
Yeah. He was nearly in tears, the fact he knew he'd more or less won it then. But then, even so, with just the pink and the black left, he nearly got the double kiss and went in off. That would have been criminal.
And Anthony McGill played one of the best shots of the championship to play the pink round the table and drop on the black, so he had to move it. I mean, it was an unbelievable frame. I'll never see one like that again.
Can I as well say to you at home, watching these two and their reaction throughout this tournament, they have been in their seats for most of it, but you are out of your seats. Out of your seats. Right, let's go live to the Crucible Theatre because Anthony is with Rob.
Anthony, I almost don't know where to start. It was one of the most incredible deciding frames we've ever seen at the Crucible in over 4 decades. How did you even begin to keep your emotions in check for so long?
No, just first of all, congratulations to Karen. Played a great match. I just felt really unlucky, because I was in first. I thought I played great today. I was in first in the decider, and I split the reds like a dream, and the white lands in them. And just if I can see a red, it's the match is done. But no, well done to Kyron. He played great.
I can see you're struggling to keep your emotions in check. You should be so proud of the way you fought your way back into that match. It was so close, and you played such an amazing match, the most important couple of hours of your life, and you've done yourself a huge credit there, even though you haven't won.
Yeah, no, I feel as though I played really well today, and I don't even feel as though I've done anything wrong. I feel as if it's kind of been stolen from me, not by Kyron, but just by the snooker gods. I feel as though I just hit the black like an absolute dream to get a split, and even at the end when it's, you know, I got the chance at the end with the yellow, I'm saying to myself, just track the pink, because there's no way. I mean, it's one of those shots, try and land behind it, you'll never land behind it. I land behind it, and then that's just the way it goes, isn't it?
It's just been a remarkable run, and time again you've demonstrated incredible mental fortitude. A decider in the first round, decider in the second round, surviving the Maffling comeback in the quarters. You have fought so hard here, and presumably, you know, when the shock wears off, you will take some great positives from this run.
No, definitely. I think more so, obviously, with so much on the line today, and that's when I played probably the best I've played all tournament. And as I said, don't really think I've made a mistake to lose it. But it's just snooker. Congratulated Kai. I really enjoyed the fight. You know, it was played in the right spirit. You know, just two guys just trying their best, and you know, it's just the format with match play, knockout tournament. There's got to be a loser. It was me.
Well, look, on behalf of people up and down the country, I know you were playing in front of an empty auditorium, but on behalf of millions of people who were utterly captivated by every minute, thank you so much for playing with such heart and such spirit, and we can't wait to see you next season. It was incredible.
Thank you.
Well said, Rob. And on the 26th of July, he beat Jack Jones 6-1 in the last 80.
No, he's done well there just to come and front up for the interview. I mean, he's, you know, very gracious in defeat as well, and he's 100% right. The split goes the right way, he wins. And the shot from the yellow to the pink that'll give him nightmares. He'll be in bed tonight, and that'll just be going around his head all the time, because that was basically the match.
Yeah.
I was watching your reaction, Steve, as Anthony was answering those questions, and even you were shaking your head. I was shaking my head as well, because to do that, given what he's just been through, is just utterly incredible.
Yeah, I think he's just shell-shocked by the experience. The emotional roller coaster both players have been through in that last frame is enough to last a lifetime of emotions on a snooker table. So many shots could have gone, may have gone differently. He will have, I think, a few nightmares about the yellow to pink and snooker himself behind a pink, because it was unavoidable. You could have avoided it. And he can sort of talk himself into saying, well, yeah, he didn't think it was going to, but you could ask for trouble sometimes. But then so many other shots that Kyron asked for trouble, it's just in the end, somebody had to win it. He fell over the line.
So many things that you never expect to see at a World Championship happened in that frame, John.
When you put all those balls on a table 12 by 6, things can happen that are so bizarre, but nothing like I've ever seen.
Yeah, and I also said to you as well, I said the very fact that Anthony McGill had 4 wins to Kyron's 1, you said doesn't matter.
No, not in the slightest.
Absolutely.